Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it stood, years afterward above the warehouse door. Scrooge and Marley. The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley. And sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge, and sometimes Marley. He answered to both. It was all the same to him. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, clutching, covetous old sinner. Hard and sharp as flint, and solitary as an oyster. He carried his own low temperature always about with him. He iced his office in the dog days and didn't thaw it 1 degree at Christmas. No one associated with him, and he associated with no one. What did Scrooge care? Oh, it was the very thing he liked. To edge his way along the crowded paths of life, warning all human sympathy to keep its distance. Well, once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. It was cold, bleak, biting weather, foggy withal. The city clocks had only just gone 3, but it was quite dark already. Scrooge's counting house was as gloomy and as bleak as the weather outside. Indeed, there was little degree of difference. Scrooge kept a wary eye upon his clerk, Bob Cratchit.
Well, Cratchit?
Beg pardon, sir. I was wondering if I might have a lump of coal for the grate. It's getting a bit chilly in where I am, sir.
A lump of coal, is it? Certainly not. I don't have money to burn, Cratchit. And if you think your working conditions here are not satisfactory, if it's too chilly for your delicate fingers, Cratchit, I suggest you try to find yourself a warmer place of employment.
Yes, sir, Mr. Scrooge. Just as you say, sir. Yes, sir.
And see you don't waste any more time for which I'm paying.
No, sir, Mr. Scrooge.
Keep busy there.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Cratchit.
Good afternoon, sir.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Uncle. God save you.
Huh? Bah! Humbug!
Christmas a humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Well, come then. What right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough.
Bah! Humbug!
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. What's Christmas to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. A time for balancing your books and having every item in them through a round dozen of months presented dead against you. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your own way and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good it has ever done you.
There are many things in this life which I might have derived good by and not profited, and I dare say Christmas among the rest. And I am sure I've always thought of Christmas as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. Well, the only time in the long calendar of the year when men and women seem to open their shut-up hearts freely. And no one has not put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket. I believe it has done me good, and it will do me good.
But
And I say, God bless it.
Here, here!
you let me hear another sound from you, and you'll keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
I'll see you in blazes first. You asking people to dine. I dare say you and your foolish wife don't even have enough for yourselves.
But why? Why?
Why did you get married without my permission?
Well, because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love. That is probably the only one thing in this world more ridiculous than a Merry Christmas. Good afternoon.
Now, Uncle, you never came to see me before I married. Why give it as an excuse for not coming now? I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I am sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute. We have never had a quarrel to which I've been a party. I came here today to pay homage to Christmas, and I will keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
Merry Christmas, Miss Scratchy.
Merry Christmas to you, sir.
There's another fellow, my clerk, with only 15 shillings a week, and a wife and family, talking about Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam.
Scrooge and Molly's, I believe. Have we the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley's been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Oh, we've no doubt his liberality has been
Liberality.
well represented by his surviving partner. At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we make some slight provision for the poor and destitute, who suffer greatly at this present time. Many thousands in want of common comforts, hundreds of thousands in want of common necessaries.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are. Still, I wish I could say they were not.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor then?
Both very busy, sir.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear it. I was afraid from what you said at first that something had occurred to stop them in their useful course.
Under the impression they scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind and body to the multitude, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund in which to buy the poor some meat and drink in means of warmth. We choose this time because it is a time of all others when want is so keenly felt, and abundance rejoices. What shall we put you down for, sir?
Nothing.
Sir?
Nothing!
You wish to be anonymous, sir?
I wish to be left alone. Since you asked me what I wish, that is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the establishments I mentioned with my tax payments. They cost quite enough, and those who are badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, sir. Frankly, many would rather die.
If they would rather die, they had better do it and decrease the surplus population. Good afternoon.
Sir, good afternoon.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and
You get out of here. Who? Well, you've wasted enough time anticipating it. Close up. Close up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Scrooge.
You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient. It's not fair. If I was to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. But yet you don't think me ill-used. Want to pay a day's wages for no work.
But it's only once a year, sir.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. You'll be here all the earlier the next morning.
Oh, indeed I shall, sir. Yes, sir, Mr. Scrooge. Mary.
Humbug.
I mean, good night, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas!
His melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and after entertaining himself with his bank book for the rest of the evening, went home to bed. He lived in a gloomy, lonely suite of rooms, dark and remote at the end of a dark, remote courtyard. The courtyard this night was so dark that even Scrooge, who knew its every stone, had to grope his way. Fog and frost hung thick upon the black old gateway of the house. Now, it is a fact that there was nothing at all particular about the knocker on Scrooge's door, except that it was brass and very large. Scrooge had seen it every night and morning since he lived there. Well then, let anyone explain to me, if he can, how it happened that this night Scrooge saw not the brass knocker, but Jacob Marley's face. Scrooge, satisfied he had only imagined he had seen Marley's face,
Imagination.
dropped his cravat.
Pooh, just imagination.
Put on his dressing gown and his nightcap. And his nightcap. And settled himself to take his gruel for the head cold that he had.
that? Oh, imagination. Humbug, I won't believe it. Oh, it's humbug still. I still won't believe it.
Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
How now? What do you want of me?
March, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Who were you then? You're particular for a ghost or whatever you are.
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Can you sit down?
I can.
Do it then.
You don't believe in me?
No, I don't.
What evidence would you have of my reality beyond that of your own senses?
Oh, I don't know.
Why do you doubt your senses?
Because a little thing affects them. A slight disorder of the stomach makes them cheat. You may be an undigested bit of beef, a blot of mustard, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of an underdone potato. There's more of gravy than of grave about you, whatever you are. You see this toothpick?
I do.
You're not looking at it?
I see it notwithstanding.
Well, I have but to swallow this and be for the rest of my days persecuted by a legion of goblins, all of my own creation. Humbug, I tell ya, humbug! Mercy, dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me?
Do you believe in me or not?
Why, I do, I must. But why do spirits walk the earth? Why do they come to me?
It is required of every man. The spirit within him must walk forth amongst his fellow men and travel far and wide. And if that spirit does not go forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It must wander the world and witness what it cannot share, but might have shed on earth, and turn to happiness.
Jacob, don't do that! You are feathered. Tell me why.
I wear the chains I forged in life. I made it link by link, yard by yard. I did it of my own free will. Is its pattern strange to you? Ledgers, deeds, mortgages. Or would you know the weight to the length of the chain you wear yourself? It was as full, as heavy, as long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago. And you have labored on it since.
Oh, Jacob, Jacob. Speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give. It comes from other regions. I cannot stay. I cannot rest. I cannot linger anywhere. My spirit never walked beyond the confines of our counting house in life, and now weary journeys lie before me.
You must have been very slow about it, Jacob.
Slow?
7 years dead and traveling all the time.
The whole time, no peace, no rest, only remorse.
You were always a good man of business, Jacob.
Business? Mankind was my business. Charity, mercy, benevolence were my business. Why did I walk amongst my fellow beings with my eyes turned down? Business! In life I failed my business. I drove it to bankruptcy.
Jacob, please.
Hear me. My time is nearly gone.
I will, Jacob, I will, but don't be hard upon me.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have yet a chance and a hope of escaping my fate. A chance and a hope of my procuring Ebenezer.
You were always a good friend to me, Jacob. Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Ooh. Is that the chance and hope you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path that I tread. Expect the first ghost tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Couldn't I take 'em all at once and have it over, Jacob?
Expect the second of the next night at the same hour, and the third of the next night when the last strokes of 12 have ceased to vibrate. Look to see me no more, but look that for your own sake you remember what has passed between us, Ebenezer. Remember what has passed between us. Remember, remember, remember.
Go on. Go on. Humper. No. No, I won't say that. Oh. Why, it's after 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I'm tired. 2 o'clock. One? 1 o'clock? Oh, that cannot be. What? Well, it was after 2 when I went to bed. That clock is wrong. An icicle must have got into the works. It isn't possible that I've slept through a whole day and far into the next night. Couldn't be dark. It's 1 in the afternoon. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who or what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
Oh. May I inquire what it is you wish of me?
Why, only your welfare.
My welfare? Well then, don't you think
But
that...
don't I think a good night's sleep unhaunted by ghosts would serve your welfare better?
Yes.
No, definitely no.
Oh, you don't think so, eh?
No. Come, take heed, rise, and walk with me.
But I am a mortal, liable to fall.
There, but the touch of my hand there, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
Why, I know this place, I do. I was a boy here. I was in boarding school here.
You remember it then, your school days?
Oh, remember it. Oh. Why, like it was yesterday.
Strange to have forgotten it for so many years. The school not quite deserted. A solitary boy, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
Goodbye. Merry Christmas, Ebenezer.
Merry New Year.
Merry Christmas, Evan.
Happy New Year.
Poor boy. Poor lonely boy. That was me.
What is that upon your cheek?
Oh.
Why, your lip is trembling.
It's nothing. It's nothing. I wish, but it's too late now.
What's the matter?
Well, there were 2 young children singing a Christmas carol at my door last night. I should like to have given them something, that's all.
Do you remember what else happened on that Christmas so long ago? Do you remember your sister, Little Fawn?
Yes, I remember that too. So long ago.
Evan! Evan! Oh, Ebenezer! Ebenezer! Come quickly, dear brother. I've come to bring you home.
Van! Van, what are you doing here at school? What did you say about home?
Oh, yes, Evan. Father is taking me catch to bring you. Oh, no, hurry. The driver is waiting.
Home for Christmas? Why, I thought Father had forgotten me here at school. I thought everyone had forgotten.
No, Evan, he hasn't. Oh, Evan, it will be so wonderful having you home from school. We'll be together all Christmas long and have the merriest time in the world.
So we shall, Van, so we shall. You're quite a woman, Van, quite a woman.
Merry Christmas, Ebenezer.
Merry Christmas, Van.
A delicate girl, but she had a large heart.
So she had, Spirit. So she had.
She grew to be a woman and had, as I think, children.
One child.
True. The nephew Fred.
Oh, yeah. Fred.
Now let us see another Christmas. There was a certain warehouse owned by a certain old gentleman.
Why, that's old Fezziwig. I was apprenticed to him. It's old Fezziwig alive again after all these years. Bless his heart.
Goodness gracious me, 7 o'clock already. Ho-hoo! You hot there, me boys? Ebenezer! Dick!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No more work this night, Ebenezer. Christmas Eve. No more work, Dick. Christmas Eve. Let's get the shutters up before a man can say Jock Robinson. At me, boys. At me, hearties. 1, 2, 3. Get 'em up there, lads. 4, 5, 6. Bottom and pin 'em. 7, 8, 9. Come on, my boys. Come on. Here we go. Haley hope for my soul with a tie. Now clear 'em away, me lads. Let's have lots of room here. Haley ho, Dick. Shut up, Ebenezer.
I'll take this half, Ebenezer, and you take that half.
Whoa there.
It's all the same now.
All the heavy things are on my part of the floor.
All right, then you take this half, and I'll take this half.
Oh, no, you don't. I don't trust you, I don't.
The last one finished pays a shilling.
Oh, you're on.
Right you are, sir. This way, everyone. Present refreshments this way. Come on, hurry up.
Come on, Elizabeth. No, you go on. I'll be along presently. But why? Oh.
Wait a minute, Elizabeth. I want to talk to you.
Yes, Dick?
A Merry Christmas, Elizabeth.
Merry Christmas, Dick.
Oh my, what a lovely party. Dear old Papa Fezziwig.
Well, I see you tomorrow.
Perhaps after church?
I'll walk you there.
To church? Oh no, I'm going with Mum and Dad. It wouldn't be proper.
When shall I see you then?
Oh, I don't know.
Tomorrow afternoon?
What time then?
At 2?
Very well then.
Elizabeth, are you coming?
Oh, we'll miss the presents. Do come along, Dick. Let me go! Oh, no!
Here now, what's this, you pirate?
Caught you spying, did I? Why, I'll fix you. I'll just...
Whoa! Whoa, why? Come on, Dick.
Do you remember that Christmas, Ebenezer Scrooge?
Oh, yes. I remember it all. That's just as it was. I remember it all just as it was. But now, it's all gone. They're gone like a shadow.
Yes, returned to the past, their proper place. A small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude.
Small?
Why, is it not? Old Fezziwig has spent but a few pounds of your mortal money, 3 or 4 perhaps. Is that so much?
Oh, it's not that serious. Not the amount. It's the happiness he gave us. Quite as great as if it had cost a fortune. I wish...
What's the matter?
Oh, nothing.
Something, I think.
Well, I would like to be able to say a word to my clock just now. That's all.
My time grows short. Quickly, we must see yet one more Christmas of the past.
Oh, no, I cannot lock. Spare me! Why, that's dear lovely Belle. We were betrothed long ago.
Belle! Belle! What is it? What have I done?
Oh, Ebenezer, please.
I demand to know what is wrong.
That is what is wrong.
What are you talking about, Belle? What is all this nonsense?
You demand to know what nonsense?
Oh, very well. I spoke too sharply. I'm sorry. Now, will you please tell me...
No, wait, Ebenezer. I've been trying to find the words to say this for some time now. You've become hard and forgive me, a little cruel.
Cruel, Belle? What do you mean?
No, let me finish, Ebenezer. It's been happening for some time now. I feel as though you don't want or need me as you used to.
What are you saying?
It's true, Ebenezer. Another idol has taken my place.
Idol? What idol?
A golden one.
This is the sheerest nonsense, Belle. Just because I work hard and try to get ahead in the world, to make a better life for us, for you. Well, perhaps I have neglected you since I've taken a new position. But a bank manager has responsibilities. And well, one cannot be too careful of a good situation like that.
You fear the world too much. All your other hopes and dreams have merged into the hope of getting ahead, of acquiring money and power.
Oh, what then? Even if I've grown so much wiser, what then? I'm not changed toward you. Am I?
Our promise is an old one. Made when we were both poor and content to be so. We promised to share whatever life brought us. Together, to work together. But now you've changed. You shut me out and keep me at a distance.
You're being childish, Belle. You can't live in a romantic dream forever.
I have always thought that love, truly shared, was the loveliest of romantic dreams. Oh, you have changed, Ebenezer.
I was a boy. I've grown up. You must too.
You see, even you say you've changed. Now we both know it, and I can release you.
Release me? Have I ever sought release?
In words, no.
In what then?
In this change that has come over you. Tell me, Ebenezer, if it were not for our old love, for the love we once shared together, would you seek me out and try to win me now?
Bill, this is all nonsense.
Ah, no.
You think not?
I know not now. And I can release you with all my love for the man you used to be. Goodbye, Ebenezer.
Spirit, show me no more. Why do you delight to torture me? Spare me, I pray you.
I told you, these were shadows of the things that have been. That they are what they are. Do not blame me.
No more. No more. No more.
Are you the second spirit? Oh, this strange light. It cannot be of this world. Are you the second spirit?
Yes, Ebenezer Scrooge. I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. Have you never seen the likes of me before?
Oh, no, never.
You have never walked forth with the younger members of my family?
Well, I don't think I have. Have you had many brothers?
More than 1,800!
Ooh, what a tremendous family to provide for.
Well, Ebenezer Scrooge, since you have known my brothers but little, approach. Know my time and age, my sights and sounds.
Spirit, conduct me where you will. I went forth last night on compulsion, and I learned a lesson that is working now. Tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it.
Touch my robe.
Come now. Come now. We have many places to go tonight. No. Yep. This way, please. That's it. Oh. Beautiful. Pitch.
Oh, dear.
and full of good humor, Spirit.
Indeed, it's Christmas. The happiest and most human time of all year. Is that so strange to you, Ebenezer Scrooge?
Well, I'm afraid to say it is. There has been for a long time past.
Ah, come then. This is a present. Christmas present. Look, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Well, I think I know this place. I do. It's Bob Crouch's. My Clark. It's Bob Crouch's house. Only I hadn't remembered that it was
So what, Ebenezer Scrooge?
so very poor and in need of repair.
Come along, Belinda. Your father and Tiny Tim will be back soon. We want everything to look a success.
Oh, yes. Tiny Tim was so excited when he left the church. Peter, you can bring the centerpiece on now. Be careful.
Coming.
Oh, yeah, a pot. Well, it can't be helped. Here we are. That's mine, Peter. So I'll place it right here. I think that will do quite nicely. Now, Peter, Belinda, run out to the kitchen for me and see if the potatoes are getting done. And mind you, don't burn your fingers on the lid.
Yes, Mother. Come on, Belinda.
Mother, we can smell the goose cooking from outside. Clear down in front of the bake shop. We just noticed that. It's the best goose in all London. The best goose in all the world. And look at the table. It's beautiful.
Children, such a noise. Here now, come along. Peter, Belinda, help him off with his names. Why, I think that's the quarter hour. What has ever got your precious father and your brother Tiny Tim? And Martha was as late last Christmas Day by half an hour.
Here's Martha, Mother.
It's Martha, hooray! Martha! There's such a goose, Martha. And such a pudding, too.
Oh no, can't I smell it though? Come here, you two, help me out with my things. Hello, Mother.
Bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are.
We had a deal of work to finish up last night and had to clear away this morning.
Well, never you mind, so long as you're come. Sit yourself down and have a lump. Your father and Tiny Tim will be along any moment now.
I'm fine, Mother. Is there anything I can do to help?
Bless you, no, child. You have to work hard enough at your employment. You need the holiday quite as much as your poor father.
Here's Father coming.
Here we are, Mother.
My, what a romp you two have had.
Yes, all the way from church. I wish you could have been there. The services were beautiful, and Tiny Tim sang louder than anyone.
Well, dinner will be ready directly.
My, the table. Excuse me, my dear. My, the table looks lovely, my dear. I say, where's Martha?
Not coming.
Not coming upon Christmas Day.
Surprise, Father, surprise! And Merry Christmas!
My, what a turn you gave me. For shame. Merry Christmas, my dear.
Come on, Tiny Tim.
Come out to the kitchen. You want to show you the goose.
And the pudding singing in the copper. Oh, yes, let's go see. The pudding's been singing all day long, Tiny Tim.
Well, here we are, all together once again on Christmas, as a family should be.
How did little Tim behave in church?
As good as gold, even better. Somehow he gets thoughtful sitting there by himself so much, and thinks the strangest things you ever heard. He told me coming home how he hoped the people saw him in church because he was a cripple, and that it might be pleasant unto them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
My dear.
I do believe he is growing more and more strong and hearty.
Oh, Father, such a goose, such a pudding. The goose is as big as me.
Oh, Tiny Tim, I'm sure it is indeed.
Come along, Martha. We best see that great goose and the pudding, too.
Oh, look at the table.
Oh, Tim, doesn't your mother set a lovely table every year? And look at the beautiful centerpiece.
Come along, children. Time to eat.
I'm so hungry. It smells so good.
Oh, everything smells so good.
I'm so hungry. It's good to have you back.
Well, a Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless us. God bless us, everyone.
Mr. Scrooge, I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. He's a founder of the feast. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon and hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
Well, it should be Christmas Day. I am sure when one pledges their health to such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you do, poor fellow.
My dear, Christmas Day.
Very well. I shall wish him good health for your sake and the days, not his. Long life to him, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That he'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge. That's it, my Betty dears. Now let us bow our heads and give thanks for a lovely Christmas feast.
Orem will live.
I see a vacant seat. And a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die!
Oh, no, no, kind spirit. Say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, none other of my race shall find him here. What then? If he be like to die, let him do it, and decrease the surplus population. Attend me closely now, Ebenezer Scrooge. Let me light yet another place for you to visit this Christmas.
Oh, come along now, Fred. I can't believe it. Oh, but he did. He said Christmas was a humbug. As I live, he did. And he believed it, too.
More shame for him, Fred.
Oh, bless the women now. They never do anything by halves. They're always nice.
Oh, but he is a comical old fellow. And not so pleasant as he might be.
Indeed, he's not.
However, his offenses carry their own punishment. And I have nothing to say against him.
Well, as far as I can see, the only thing that can be said for him is that he's very rich. At least you always tell me so.
Well, what of that, my dear? His wealth is of no use to him. He doesn't do any good with it, and it does him no good.
Well, I have no patience with him at all.
Oh, neither have I. Tell what you tell me of him.
Oh, I have. I am sorry for him.
How's that? Sorry for me.
And I couldn't be angry with him if I tried.
Well, I could. And indeed I am.
Well, who suffers by his ill whims? Himself, always. Here he takes into his mind to dislike us, and won't come to dine with us. Well, what's the consequence? He doesn't miss much of a dinner. For shame. Oh, very well. I stand corrected. What I meant to say was, he misses a very fine dinner.
That's better.
And some pleasant company, which could do him no harm. Oh, he may rail at Christmas till he dies, but I defy him. Every year I go in there in good spirits and say, Uncle Scrooge, how are you?
Bah,
Well, if my going there every year only leaves him in the vein to leave his poor clerk an extra £50, that's something. And I think I shook him yesterday.
well, let us all hope so. Someone or something should. Oh, here now, enough of this unpleasantness. Let's have some games. Come along, everyone. Just sort us off.
Oh, very well. How about yes and no?
Oh, yes, here now. Fred, you go first. All right, everyone. Get set now. Everyone ready?
Yes.
Good, ho, Fred. We're all set.
Go.
Is it a mineral?
No.
Vegetable.
No.
Animal.
Yes!
A fierce animal?
Yes!
A fierce animal? Does it live in Britain?
Yes.
Lives in Britain. Fierce animal.
Or is it in Scotland?
Och, no, lass.
In the country?
No.
Not in the country. A fierce animal in London?
Oh, come on now, Fred. There are no fierce animals in London.
Oh, yes!
Is it dangerous?
No.
Fierce, but not dangerous. What on earth? It's a fierce dog. It's a big dog. It's a sleepy dog.
No.
Is it huge, though?
No. Not huge.
Fierce, but not huge.
Oh, a bear. Is it a bear?
No.
Does it live in a menagerie?
Yes.
No.
A fierce animal in London. It isn't huge and not in a menagerie.
And not dangerous. Don't forget, he said not dangerous.
Yes. Fierce, but not dangerous. In London, but does not live in a menagerie. Wait a minute. Does it run at large?
Well, yes.
Walks the streets freely, does it?
Well, yes.
Oh, do you, Lady Diver? I do believe he's onto something at last.
Is it a human animal?
Well, I suppose one could say yes.
Oh, I think I found it, Fred. I think I know.
I do too.
Oh, do hurry, tell us quickly.
It's
Oh, Savvy!
it's your Uncle Scrooge.
Yes!
Well, in spite of himself, he has given us plenty of merriment. And it would be ungrateful of us not to toast his health.
Oh, yes.
Here's a bit of this. Well, Papa, I'll give you more. Here's a bit of the spirit of the occasion ready at hand. So I give you Uncle Scrooge. May he have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. No, he wouldn't take it from me, but may he have it nevertheless. Uncle Scrooge.
Oh, to Uncle Scrooge.
My time grows short, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Our spirits' lives so very short then.
It ends tonight.
Tonight.
Tonight at midnight.
Quarter past. No, 3/4 past. Past 11, Spirit?
Yes, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Spirit, forgive me if I'm not justified in what I ask. I see a sadness about you.
The cause is man. The sadness, ignorance and want. Beware of them both, Ebenezer Scrooge!
Oh, Spirit, I promise the lessons you have taught, the things you have shown me, they shall not be forgotten.
It be well for you that they be not forgotten. Mark well the hurt and need and the scars of poverty, the woes of things that men might change, but does not.
But have people no refuge, no resource?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses? Those who are badly off must go there. Those who would rather die, let them do so and decrease the surplus population. Will you decide what men shall live and what men shall die? It may be in the sight of heaven you are more worthless and less fit to live than millions of poor children.
Oh, Spirit, I beg you no more. I will do as you have taught. I will learn. I will. I promise. Presence of Christmas yet to come. You are about to show me shadows of things that have not yet happened, but will happen in the future. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any specter I have seen. But I know your purpose is to do me good. I am prepared to bear you company. Will you not speak to me? Lead on, Spirit. Lead on. Time is precious. The night is waning fast. Lead on.
No, I don't know much about it either way. I only know he's dead. When did he die? Last night, I believe.
I thought he'd never die.
What was the matter with him? Oh, heaven only knows.
Oh, the devil, perhaps.
Well, what's he done with his money?
I
tell it. Left it to his company, perhaps. Hasn't left it to me, that's all I know.
It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know of anybody to go to it. Suppose we make up a party and volunteer. I don't mind going if lunch is provided, but I must be fed if I go.
Well, I'm the most disinterested party after all, for I never wear black gloves and I never eat lunch. But I'll go if you'll go.
Capital, it's agreed then. But had he no friends at all?
Well, I'm not at all sure that we weren't his particular friends.
We?
Sure, don't you recall he spoke to us once?
So he did. Well, good day. I must be going along.
Well, good day and season's greetings. Good day, sir.
How are you?
Very well, and you?
Fine, thank you. Oh, I see old Scratch has got his own laps.
So I'm told. Very cold, isn't it?
Seasonable for Christmas time.
What are you doing, sir?
Say, you wouldn't be a skater, I suppose?
Oh, no, something else, I'm sure. Good day.
Good day.
What is it? What do you want?
It's Maddox. What got business?
Business? Always ready for business, you know. Fine night it is for business. Well, come on in. Come on in. Let's take a look and see what you've got. Come on in. Let's take a look and see what can't wait for the light of proper day. Come on in, sit down. Take a look and see.
Joe, the bee there. What was that?
Wait 1 moment. Who is it? What do you want?
It's me, love, Meg. I got a choice item for you. I have. Wait till you see.
Another one. What the devil's afoot of work here tonight? Well, come on in. Come on in. Let's take a look and see what you have. Fine night it is to wake an honest man out of his peaceful sleep. Come on in, see. What's this? What's this now?
Well, let the charwoman alone to be the first, and let the laundress alone to be the second.
Hey, Joe! Joe!
Pardon me, ladies. Come on in. Come on in. Well, but isn't all the London town meeting here tonight? Bound if it ain't. Come on in. You know the way to the parlor, unless Miss McGuinness. Come on in, sit ye down.
Let the undertaker's man alone to be the third.
Here, old Joe, here's a chance. If we all three ain't met you without meaning it.
Couldn't be met at a better place either. Now sit ye all down. None of you strangers here now. Sit down, let's take a look and see what we got here.
What odds and what odds, Miss Dilla? Every person has a right to take care of themselves. You always did.
It's true now. No man more so.
Well, then don't just stand there staring as if you was a fair woman. Is the wise when I'm going to pick L's in each other's coats, I suppose?
Indeed, I should hope not.
Aye, that we won't for sure.
Well, then, if the worst of the loss of a few things like these, not a good man, I suppose.
No, indeed.
If he'd been a natural in his lifetime, wicked old Skrill, he'd had someone look after him. When he was took, instead of being all along by himself, gasping on his last.
It's the truest word that ever was spoken. It's a judgment on him.
Oh, it should have been a little heavier judgment on him, too. It would have been if I could have laid my hands on anything else. Open the bundle, Joe, and let me know the value of it.
Speak
Count Plain, I interfered to be the first. No. Open the bundle, Joe. We all know pretty well we was helping ourselves before we met you.
Watch, bob and seal, cuff buttons, ring, pencil case. Gold. I'll give you £1, 2 and 3. What? That's your account? And I won't give you another 6p if I was to be boiled for not doing it. Let's see here. 6 sheets, 2 towels, some sugar tongs, teaspoons. Nice pair of boots. I always give too much to the ladies, you know. A weakness of mine. Almost ruined me in my old years. I'll give you £2.
What?
Not a penny more. I'll have you cut off with half a crown.
Yep. And do me bundle, Joe.
Yeah, let's see. What do you call these? Bedclothes?
I bedclothes.
You don't mean you took him right there while he's lying there, do you?
Yes, I did. Why not?
Well, he was born to make you fudge, and you certainly do it, too.
Why should you owe me and when I can get anything is by reaching it out for the sake of a man such as he was, I promise you. Don't drop that tattoo on the blanket, Joe.
Blanket?
Is that Stevie? He'd like to take cold without it, I dare say.
I hope he didn't die of anything catchy, eh?
Don't be afraid of that. I ain't so fond of his company that I'd loiter about him for such a thing if he did. You won't find no hole in it. It's the best one he had, and a fine one, too. They'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
Wasting it? What do you mean wasting of it?
Putting on him to be buried in. Somebody was fool enough to do it, but I took it off again. Mechanically good enough for such a purpose, it ain't good enough for nothing.
You took it right off of him, did you?
Aye.
Crickety. This is the end of it. He frightened us all away when he was alive. Profited us all when he was dead.
Oh, Spirit, I see. This might be my own case. Horrible thought. Oh, this is a fearful place. May we leave it? I will not leave its lesson, I promise you. Spirit, if there is any tenderness, any feeling of compassion for a death, let me see it. I beg of you to blot away the terrible thing we have just seen. Please, Spirit, show me tenderness, compassion.
And he took a child and set him in the midst of them.
The color hurts my eyes.
Spirit, where's the little lad with the crutch? Tiny Tim. Where is Tim?
They're better now. It makes them weak for firelight, and I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home for the wool. It must be near his time.
Past it, rather. But I think he's walking a little slower than he used to these last few evenings, Mother.
I have known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder very fast indeed.
And so have I, often.
But he was so light to carry, and your father loved him so, that it was no trouble. There is your father at the door.
Well, my dears.
My, how chill you are, Robert. Come here by the hearth and warm.
Your tea's ready now, Father. That's real warm, you.
Thank you, my dear. It looks as though you've all been very busy indeed.
Indeed we have. The girls sew almost as fast as I can.
Yes, and such industrial speed, they'll be done long before Sunday.
Sunday? I thought you were a bit late. You went today then, Robert.
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have gone. It would have done your heart good to see what a green a place it is. Right there in the corner by the old wall beneath the yew tree. But you'll see it often. I promised him I would walk there on Sunday. My little child.
Robert, dear Robert.
Oh, Father, don't mind it. Don't be grieved.
I'm all right. Thank you, my very dears. I'm fine.
Would you like some more tea, Father?
No, thank you.
Was it a good day for you, Robert?
Oh, a very good day, my dear. And even better now that we're all together here by the fire. By the way, Mr. Scrooge's nephew came in today, as he does every Christmas, to see his uncle. I think he's the pleasantest spoken gentleman I've ever known, Mr. Fred.
Did he speak with you, Robert?
Indeed he did. He seemed to notice right off that I was a little down. I told him what had happened. He said, "Heartily sorry for you, Mr. Cratchit, and heartily sorry for your good wife." By and by, how he knew that, I don't know.
Know what, Robert?
Why, that you were a good wife.
Why, everyone knows that, Father.
Very well observed, my boy. I hope they do. Heartily sorry, he said, for your good wife. If I can be of any service to you in any way. Then he handed me his card. It almost seemed as if he had known Tiny Tim and felt with us.
I'm sure he's a good soul.
You would be sure of it, my dear, if you saw him and spoke to him. I wouldn't be surprised, mark my word, if Peter got a better situation.
Only hear that, Peter?
Really, Father? And then Peter will be keeping company with someone and setting on for himself.
I'll get along with you.
It's just as like as not, though, one of these days, though there's plenty of time for that. But however or whenever any of us might part, I know none of us shall ever forget poor Tiny Tim, shall we? Or that first parting that there was among us.
We shall always remember.
We shall never forget. Never, Father.
Ah, Spirit, it is too sad to think of little Tiny Tim gone. They all loved him so. Yes, I have indeed seen compassion. Let us leave those good people with their grief. But that terrible place, that pawn shop, and those people who had stolen the dead man's things to sell there, oh, it troubles me to think of that poor dead soul. No one to feel sympathy or sorrow for him. Tell me, Spirit, who was he? Where did he live? Who was he, Spirit? Tell me. A graveyard? Why, Spirit, Bob Cratchit said Tiny Tim's grave was a beautiful spot, green and beneath a yew tree. This surely cannot be that place. Why do you show me this place? Ah, I think I'm beginning to understand. It is here I shall learn the name of that poor dead man. The one those people robbed so heartlessly. Is that so, Spirit? Is that so? Oh, this one? This one? I can't make out the name. It's so faint. Oh! Ebenezer Scrooge. Oh, no. No, Spirit. Spirit, hear me. Am I that man? Oh, no, no. No, I am not the man I was. I will not be the man I must have been. Why, show me this if I have passed all hope. Good Spirit, intercede for me. Tell me I yet may change these shadows you have shown me by an altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on the stone. Just one. What's this? My own room. My bedpost. Oh, I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me.
Oh, Jacob Marley, heaven and Christmas time be praised for this. I say it on my knees.